Well, welcome back. I'm here with Joan Squires. She is the president of the Omaha Performing Arts. Joan, thank you for joining me today. My gosh, I've just known you for so long.
It's nice to be here. It's usually we're doing print, so it's lovely to be here, Andy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And to have a conversation. I mean, so many things have gone, because the 10th season, the 10th year was that last year or the year before?
No, 4 years ago. Almost four.
Oh my gosh, okay, where am I at?
Yeah, 3 years ago, it'll be 4 years ago.
Okay, you know what, that's crazy, because I actually remember being there on the opening night when everything just, when it started at the Holland Center, and it was magical. So I just want to backtrack a little bit. What brought you to Omaha? I mean, how do you find yourself here?
Well, I was in Arizona at the time.
Yeah.
I was head of the Phoenix Symphony, and I got a phone call from a search firm that said, I've got this really great job. And I said, well, where is it? And she's like, no, let me tell you about the job. And it took 3 phone calls because she knew I didn't like winter too much. But what she did was explain, and then I found out more from the board and others, what this project was going to be, the building of the Holland Center, the renovation of the Orpheum, and to start an organization from the beginning. And the opportunity was tremendous. So my late husband and I packed up and we moved to Omaha in 2002. And
wow, oh my gosh. And honestly, what a significant contribution that it's made to the community. I mean, it's just amazing. And to be a part of that, I mean, to really be on the ground level and guiding that, and so many really amazing things have happened. So we're sitting here too, because we are also a game changer in our current issue of the June issue. Talk a little bit about the journey and what you've seen kind of happen over the years.
Sure. No, and I feel very fortunate, Andy, to be part of this organization and in this community. I mean, when I arrived, I had an assistant production manager and a desk and a computer, and they said go. And we've been able to build the organization to the largest arts institution in the state. But it's taking care of the 2 wonderful venues that we have, the Orpheum and the Holland. It's bringing the best touring productions and artists to the community, and now particularly growing our education and community engagement programs. So we're now reaching not just Omaha, but the entire state of Nebraska through education. We're bringing in people from outside, not just the city, but the state for our Broadway shows and others. It really has turned into an amazing opportunity to see these great performances for the community.
It is, and it's like, and almost every year, it's almost like you feel like you can't top it, but then you do, and then you do. And I think one of the most exciting things, right now is Hamilton coming. When is that performance?
Hamilton opens on September 10th, and it's for 3 weeks, September 10th through the 29th. So single tickets will go on sale later this summer, and it will have a good chance to really welcome that amazing production here. So I'm very excited to bring it to Omaha.
And also, with that being said too, I mean, again, you've got a great season. I mean, that kind of kicks off the season, correct?
Yeah. Well, and actually, officially it ends last year, but it really does kick off this next fall. And then we launch right into the next productions for the 1920 season.
So what are you most excited about for the 1920 season? Because there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of great shows. I think one of the highlights is going to be Dear Evan Hansen, which won the Tony Award. We also have the return of Les Mis, and I'm particularly excited to welcome back Disney's The Lion King with 4 weeks. So we've got some big productions coming.
When was The Lion King here last? Because I remember seeing... Has it been here once? Or
it's been here twice, and
okay.
It's been about 7 years now.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Yeah.
So it's a chance. It's one of those shows you can go back time and again. And the next generation of young people will get a chance to see it.
So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. You're okay with that, right?
Sure, sure.
Well, just, I mean, looking over the last 14 years, I mean, what are some of like the highlights that just, just when you think about them, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that we did that. Or what are some highlights?
Well, I think one of them, and I'll go back to Lion King, was the first time we brought Lion King here. And just to realize you were part of that. Certainly the celebration of the Holland's 10th anniversary and the Orpheum 90. And then things like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir on stage, or Alvin Ailey, and to watch not just the performance, but those dancers working with young people.
Yeah.
And I think the other highlights for me are the education programs we've done, with partnerships with Disney, the Broadway League, Carnegie Hall, and Jazz at Lincoln Center. We're bringing all kinds of things for the young people of this community that just didn't exist before because there was no organization to do that.
Well, and let's talk about the educational programs. I mean, what does that mean? What does that kind of look like?
We offer education programs from the youngest preschool for the WeBop program, the Jazz at Lincoln Center, all the way up to high school and adults and beyond. We have a program for the High School Theater Awards. In fact, that showcases this month, and that we are now across the entire state of Nebraska. So we've got master classes and interaction with all these great artists for these young people, and that's one of my favorite activities that we do.
Yeah, and so I mean, people obviously you can buy tickets and buy season tickets, but you can also donate. To those programs.
Sure, absolutely, and they do take the community support, and you think about, and we talk about what is this organization meant. The thing that, to me, one of the things that's most gratifying is the generosity of the community, the leadership of our board, the volunteers that have come together, our team. It's taken a lot of people to come together to do all of this, and Omaha's extraordinary. I mean, I'll travel around the country at conferences, and we'll talk about what we're all doing, and they can't believe the kind of support we have here, and how generous this community really is for nonprofits, and especially for the arts.
It really is, and I think also going back to the education piece is that changes lives. Being exposed to performances or the education piece, there's a ripple effect that I just feel sometimes we don't even understand the big picture of how children, young adults being exposed to this truly changes the path of their life.
It really does, Annie, because we get letters and notes from them or their parents, and even if they're not performers, and that's fine, they're our audience members. It helps them grow in different ways, whatever their career path is, but they get an appreciation, and I think now more than ever we need to come together to experience these things together. It gets people off their devices and out of their houses, and they gather together to experience something in real time in that, and it really is important for us, I think, even as humans, to have those arts experiences.
And art and music is such a healing process. We were talking before you sat down on the couch about, both my parents passed away this year, and I've just been listening to a lot of music lately, and there's a healing piece to that brings, it takes you out of the day-to-day stress of life or what your have to do's and should do's, and it just really changes you, and it changes people.
It does, and I think we just all need it now more than ever, and I know it's been a tough time for you, so the arts will do that and will help us to process and to really experience these things that make us human.
Yeah. So let's just look at events. What kind of events? Because you guys have your Broadway ball. Is that every other year?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
All right. It was last year,
It was
correct?
last year, so this year we have our stage party, so that's coming up in the fall. So our group of presenters, which is our guild, and you've worked closely with them, do an amazing job. So this one's a little bit different. It's usually on stage, it's fun.
Right.
We have all kinds of activities around it, cocktails. It's a very casual event, very different than the Broadway balls are more formal. And you've been there where we put scaffolding in the Holland Keywood Concert Hall. People are sitting there having dinner and then watching an amazing Broadway performer come out. So we really try to have activities that are fun and, again, to encourage people to come together.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I'm looking at my notes, and we talked about some of the events. We talked a little bit about what's ahead for Omaha Performing Arts, but do you want to look a little bit into the future as we wrap up?
Sure. For our organization now, we always continue to try to reinvent and expand our offerings. In fact, this summer we're starting a new series of the Mammal Courtyards concerts to reach new generations of young people. So different kinds of bands. We're standing and having an adult beverage in our courtyard.
Which is beautiful, by the way.
It is lovely.
The courtyard is beautiful.
It is lovely. And so, but we're continuing to see what our next phase of opportunity is. Both so that we continue to bring the best performers to our city and to continue to grow the education program. So I'm excited about it. We always want to keep reinventing and have fresh things that people can look forward to.
And evolving. And I will say, looking over the last, now 14, 15 years, you continue to evolve and bringing such amazing offerings, entertainment to the Omaha community.
Thank
I
you.
mean, gosh, we're so blessed, and you were a part of it from the beginning. I
Well,
just
it's
love it.
gratifying. I mean, we're bringing in
Yeah.
500,000 people through our buildings every year.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
been great.
Yeah.
So it's been great. So
All right.
thank you. But thanks for your support. It means a lot. It's
Yeah.
just important to partner with you and others in the community to do this. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
So if people want to buy tickets, season tickets, where do they go?
They can go to ticketomaha.com
Okay.
online, or they are welcome to call Ticket Omaha box office, 402-345-0606.
Yeah, a really great season coming up. So, Joan, thank you. Just
Thank you, Andy.
so blessed to know
Thanks
you.
for your support.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, and we will be right back.